Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So for today, we're going to be installing some fog lights for the Tundra. We got the Cali Rays amber lights. So I wanted to kind of go over the install with you. Almost didn't want to do the video because it's so foggy outside, so smoky. We got a lot of fires around California right now. But yeah, I didn't find any videos on YouTube that showed like a step-by-step install, so I wanted to kind of walk you guys through that. So hopefully you guys find this video helpful. But yeah, let's get to it. Alright guys, so this is the fog light installed. I wanted to do a trial run to make sure everything fits and show you how it looks like once it's on the truck. So that's how it looks like. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take it apart, or actually just one light, and show you the steps and the areas where I found kind of difficult to install. Alright guys, so like I mentioned before, I went ahead and removed this already to do the install. But this is the inner lining of the truck. This is between the tires and the front bumper. So to remove this, it's real simple. You got a few screws right here. This is along the outer wheel wells, and then you have screws on the bottom that you're going to remove. So that's going to be simple, but you just got to be careful. Once you loosen everything else, these are like tabs that's holding it together. You want to slide these off, so you don't want to like pull on it to break the clips. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier before, I already did the install just to make sure that everything fits properly, but I did pull out the driver's side so I can walk you through the steps. So first of all, this is going to be the OEM fog lights. To remove this from the vehicle, it's held in by this tab and this bottom tab. You just have to pry it and then it will come off, but the length of the wire is not long enough, so it's kind of hard to pull that off. So the best bet to take this apart is if you take off the inner lining of the wheel wells and access it from the back. So if you access it from the back, the easiest way would be to remove this one bolt or one screw, and then this right here, these two little tabs, you could just slide that right off, and then the fog light would just slide right off, and then you would just have the housing to remove. That's going to be the easiest bet, and you're probably going to have to do that anyways to install the new Cali Rays fog lights. So once you get that removed, you can set that aside. So the Cali Rays is going to come with the light itself, the bracket, the harness, and some hardwares. So when you slide the Cali Rays light into the bracket, you just have to use this Allen screw right here. So you're going to screw that in, and it's going to be held, if you can see it right there, that little bolt in there. So you will slide that bolt in that little space, and then you can screw in the screw, but you're probably going to have to hold down that bolt in that place so it doesn't spin, and you can hold it in with like a flathead or so. So you're going to do that for both sides. See there, both sides. So once you get that in place, you can tighten it really tight so it doesn't move around, but I think there is still some play where you can push up and down to adjust. So you assemble that first. This harness right here, it comes with this plug and play harness, so you're just going to plug this harness to this end right here, like so, and then this one would just plug into your factory from the vehicle. So that's it for that. I don't know what this bracket is for. I think it's another mounting point, like if you had like an aftermarket bumper or so. But yeah, if you know the answer, go ahead and put that in the comment below, because I don't know what it is. But we're not going to use this with the OEM bumper. And then you have some hardwares. So there's two sets of screws. There's one that's shorter that didn't work for me, but it does have this lock nut, which I wish I was able to use because I think that would be more secure. But that didn't work for me, so I went with the longer bolt. So it's going to have the longer bolt, a washer. It has a little spacer, another washer, and your nut. So that's it. So looking back at this, you see this little tab that's cut out? This is going to go and slide into the top of your bumper inside the opening. So this is how you're going to be able to tell which side is the top. So this is the top, and then on the bottom side right here has an opening. On your bumper there's also going to be an opening too, where you're going to slide this nut or the screw down into here and into the bumper opening. Once you do that, you're going to slide this at the very bottom, your washer, and then your nut. Now this is where I found was kind of difficult because I didn't have a lot of room in my truck to do so. I'll show you that in just a second here. But let's see. So I think that's really just it as far as how you're gonna assemble everything together. So the hardest part is gonna be putting this assembly together in your bumper. Like I said, my bumper really doesn't have much room. So let me go ahead and show you that right now. Alright guys, so this is pretty much how everything looks like when it's open and clear once we get the OEM fog lights out. So with the new Cali fog lights, you're gonna see right here on this very top section right here, this is the opening that tab's gonna go straight into, and then the bottom right here is where you're gonna go ahead and insert that screw from the top side down, and then you're gonna put the spacer and all the hardwares underneath it and kind of clamp it all together, right? So that's how that looks like, and as you can see, this is the back side, and there's not a lot of space to work. So I found that it's kind of hard to screw in that screw because you're gonna have to hold the top side and then screw on the bottom side. Alright, so as you can see, this is with the fog light installed, and as you can see, it's not much room for you to tighten up this bolt, and you still got to put the spacer on the bottom and all the rest of the hardware. So that's going to be the tricky part, in my opinion. So if you can find out a better way of doing that, let me know how. But that's the only way that I can see you could do it, and it's going to be hard for me to tighten this up, so I'm going to use a zip tie to tie those two ends together, so to ensure that it doesn't fall off while I'm driving. So I was able to get that little bolt on the bottom in place, but I couldn't tighten it because it was so tight in here. So what I did was, as you can see, I put a zip tie to hold the bracket to the bumper. So that's the best that I can do right now, but it does look pretty good, the position that I want it to sit on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that there for now. But yeah, so Cali, the product itself looks really good, very solid. The only thing that I don't like about it is the bracket. I wish it would have had like a cutout or something that would fit into the slot a lot better. And the install on the back was kind of a pain in the butt. But I mean, it was a pretty cheap product, so I guess you get what you pay for, you know. So that's really all it is to it, to install this headlights. So now all I have to do is go ahead and put this inner lining back in place, and we should be good to go. So I'll show you guys how this looks like at night, and you guys let me know what you think. Again, if you like our videos, please subscribe, hit that like button. We're gonna have some more videos coming soon for all of our Toyotas.